What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Andrew Cabrera. All right, if you guys don't know who I am, I have been, living in this shed for the past year now, I believe. It's been about a year. All right, clap it up. I'm alive, believe it or not. If you guys don't know, me and my mom built this shed, right? And we were going to turn it into a room for me, because I grew up never having my own room. All right, I have a brother. Technically, now he has his own room, and now I have my own little house, if you believe it or not. Starting off this video, I just want to make it clear we do not have a bathroom or a kitchen in this shed. All right, just want to make that very clear. If you're wondering where I go to the bathroom, it's quite obvious. I'm a boy. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna take a leak right behind the shed. All right, to start off this list, we got a shed from Tough Shed. All right, it is a real place called Tough Shed. After that, I clearly needed an electrician. We hired a guy who knew how to do all that stuff. So he hooked everything up between outlets. He got us covered. Lights, two-way switches, all that stuff. And even an outside patio light, you know what I mean? So after all the lighting and that stuff was done, I decided we needed to paint this shed. So I went with the color Hot Stone from Lowe's. You can pick that up over there. If you look at my old videos compared to now, I have kind of upgraded a lot of things, if you know what I mean. I learned a thing or two from lighting, and you know what? I'm proud of myself, Back to the shed though. So after the painting was all done, we caulked the edges inside the shed. So when we did insulation, it's a nice good seal so the heat and cold stay in and out. You know what I mean? So it's well insulated. So I'm nice and cozy when I'm inside the shed when it's freezing outside. But anyways, I'm in California, so I'm not afraid of snow or anything. So for the insulation, we got a R30 value, all right? And when you're putting in insulation, you don't want to smash it in there, okay? Because then it's going to mess it up, and you're going to be freezing. Shove it in there nice, cut it to where it fits nice and snug. Yeah, you want to fit to where it's nice and snugly. As you can see, my mom is like the best. She's helping me throughout this whole process. She's like the leader of this project, to be honest. I didn't know many of this stuff. She's the one who did all the research. I forgot to mention this, before you do put insulation down, we put like some bug powder so no roaches are crawling in my shed, Make sure you guys have some kind of bug repellent, or else you're gonna have, believe it or not, I find it very weird. When I was living in here for like a month or two, there was a million ladybugs in here. It made no sense. There's like, I wish I had a video or something, but there are so many ladybugs and I had no clue how they were getting in. But you know what? I took them out. Yeah, I said I took them out. So next we needed drywall. Okay, we went with like 25 to 30 sheets. To be honest, I think it took 31 sheets, I believe. All right, so we had to go back and get one more. So if you want to play it safe, get 31. We didn't do the drywall ourselves. We hired a guy named Jarrell. He came, he did it like a side project. He was like a bundle, you know. He said he'll do the drywall, the texture, and the paint, and he'll even set up the brick wall that we had planned in our head, because we had brick wall panels. Anyways, that's for the future. So as we're doing insulation, it's kind of hard to get to the roof, you know what I mean? So we had a table and a giant ladder, which isn't the safest idea, but hey, do it at your own risk. It got the job done, right? But for the insulation on the roof, we needed bigger, like we just needed it more wide, because if we did the same insulation as we did downstairs, it's too skinny. So we needed something thicker. We needed a bigger boy, you know? So after the insulation and all that stuff was done and we purchased our drywall, the drywall guy came, and you know what? I offered to help. I had to work for free, believe it or not. And I learned a thing or two. You have to cut drywall with a box cutter. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, I didn't know all that, to be honest. Measure twice, don't cut twice, okay? If you don't know exactly, if you forgot within the 3 seconds you're about to cut, go measure it again. All right, it's gonna save you some money. So this is Jarrell. Shout out to him, man. It was an in and out job for him here and there. He said it was gonna be done by October 31st. To be honest, I don't know when he finished. It was way past October 31st. He was supposed to do the brick wall for us, as I mentioned, you know. So after all the drywall sheets were up, he started mudding everything just so it was a nice solid wall, you know. And then after that, we had to do texture. So he had to do 2 coats downstairs and upstairs. You have to do primer first before you start painting, or else you're gonna use a lot of paint. And like, as I was looking at the shed, it's beautiful, right? I had this disgusting pool next to it that had no water in it. It was winter and no one was gonna use it. So I decided to take it down. I don't know what this weird goo is, but hey. So before he came and painted, we saw some like bumps that we did not like. So we started sanding the walls ourselves to get the texture we liked. So we got a lot of bumps out the wall that we weren't feeling, you know. So we made it to where we liked it when he wasn't around. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. Get it.
See? Light. Look, now right here. See this big chunk?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then right there on the other side of you. Softly.
Coming to paint tomorrow. And make sure you guys wipe it before anything, because you don't want it dusty in there. And make sure you clean the floor. All right, keep this in mind. You don't want a dirty floor. So after the primer, we decided next was color. Okay, we needed a nice color. I was looking for like a concrete kind of gray color, you know, and I settled with this color. It's not because of the name. It's Pussy Willow. That's the name of the paint. Okay, so keep this in mind. So after the paint, he had it ordered for us. He came 5 gallons of, oh my, 5 gallons of Pussy Willow, please. That's the paint. That's the paint.
You named it?
No, that's the name of the paint.
It's a real plant. You know what I'm saying? It is a real plant.
But you compared to
And then like after like Christian comes and puts the lights in.
You wanted it that
I want to have like I always.
brick wall did take us like a total of 3 days, which it's kind of long, but I have a job. Okay, people gotta work, so this is like a weekend project, you know. So after he painted our walls, we noticed that the color was kind of looking a little weird, if that makes sense. So the colors, it didn't make sense. It just wasn't matching. So we did like a light coat over everything just to make sure everything looked good. Okay, so let's talk about the brick wall. Let's just say you're gonna want to get a lot of cardboard and take out all your outlets before you start on that the brick wall. Okay, no one wants a cardboard wall, but anyways, make sure you take out all the outlets because they're gonna be in your way. When it comes to cutting this, you can use a jigsaw like we did. We recommend a lot of cardboard and making a fake template before you put it on there to see if the outlets fit. Okay, that's all you really need to do when it comes to that, when you're cutting out the outlet holes. 4 things we had to cut out on one wall, but like we had, because it's a tall ceiling, if you guys don't know, it's a really tall ceiling, which is dope because it feels more spacious in here. It's not all cluttered. So next was flooring. All right, and I highly recommend do not go with a cheap floor. Please do not go with that. All right, because it is going to catch up to you. The floor we went with is cheap. Over time, you can kind of see how I dropped a water bottle and it chipped my floor. Can you believe that? I was upstairs and I dropped a water bottle on the floor and it left a dent. Sometimes cheap isn't always the best route. So before you start your floor, make sure you have a nice clean floor. Make sure everything's nice and flat. No dust, no dirt, no roaches. Okay, you don't want none of this in there when you start doing the floor. And before you start the floor, you want to lay down a moisture barrier. So the floor did take like 3 days, and you want like half an inch away from the wall when you're putting the floor. So because when it's hot, the wood's gonna expand and you don't want it messing up your drywall, you know. We did rent a machine to cut the wood floor because we tried using a jigsaw and it looked all janky looking. All right, so we went to Home Depot, rented a machine, cut out most of our pieces that we needed before we had to return it. It did take us a total of like 3 days though. Next was the baseboards. For the brick wall, the outlets and the baseboards were black just because it looked better. When it was white, it didn't look the best. And we did get a cork because there was some like gappage. It's like, I don't know how to explain what a cork is, but so for the brick wall, we did add like kind of like a skinny black frame because our cuts weren't the straightest and it wasn't flush to the wall. There's like a little gappage. We built like a little frame with little wooden sticks from Home Depot. We painted them black and it looks great, right? So if you're gonna do a brick wall, do something like that for sure, and you make sure your cuts are nice and straight or else it's gonna look a little weird. So after that, everything looked like it was coming together. So we decided to hang up my TV. It's a 55-inch plasma screen TV. Got a great deal on it. All right, I got it for like $145. Upstairs, I didn't do floor upstairs because I decided I want a rug up there, and why waste that money if I'm not gonna see the wood? So after that, we decided to get a door frame, and when I was looking at the door frames, I wanted something funky, you know, something cool. And I seen like this royal, and we spray painted it gold just to see how it would look, and I loved it. And I didn't want to change it, so we just stuck with the gold, and now I feel like a king when I walk out my place, you know? Also, another thing, T-mold is what we had to use by the door when we did the flooring, and we got one that looks similar. It's, I don't know, my mom recommended the T-mold, so. After that, we did get some stuff at Hobby Lobby. We going for a funky vibe, you know? So we got some gold mirrors. I got a green couch and it's got golden legs, so it looks good with the mirror, you know? My grandma did give me a white rug for Christmas. So for the ladder, I wanted an industrial look because, I don't know, I just thought it looked good, you know? And we just bought these pipes on Amazon. You had to buy like separate pieces to build your own ladder, like a bar to climb on. To climb on like a ladder, as you guys can see.
You're nice and secure.
Yes.
Goes over, this is going into whatever. So see this side? The beam is here.
Yes, sir.
So if we had an extra 2 inches, we could get the 2. See?
Yes.
You got it now? Here, let me take this. So, I see right now, if I get those 2 in, right now it's not even gonna hit the beam. So I have to only get 1. So if I had the extra 2 inches, see it? It would be in the middle of the beam.
We're gonna test this ladder, okay? I'm gonna do a pull up on it, okay? And if it falls off, then that's, I don't know.
Pretty strong.
Very strong. I'm just saying, I can do more than 2 pull-ups, just for the record. But yeah, there it is. Let's try it easy.
How is it? So
That costed like $100 just right there. $100 for the whole ladder. All the pieces though, not each one. All right. So for my curtains, I got some chocolate brown curtains, and we raised them high just because we want it to feel really big in here. We want it to feel as big as possible. So you want mirrors, you want your curtains high. I'm an average male. I'm like 5'11" at least. I don't think I'm 6 foot, but hey, that's fine. My cousins on the other hand are like 6'1" to 6'4". When they're in here, they look normal in here. It doesn't look like they're in a hobbit's home. So when building one of these, make sure you get like a nice tall ceiling if that's what you want. It would feel a whole lot bigger. So I did get some like cool Marvel comic art just because I like that stuff. And it looked a little retro, you know what I mean? Like old posters. And my brother got me a dope lava lamp. So for my art piece, I have some murals going around, and we used a lot of tape to like make the layout. It was my girlfriend's idea. It's pretty dope. We used a pool noodle to get the curves just right on it. Make sure you guys have extra paint because you don't need a gallon of paint though, for sure. You don't need a lot of paint for this. If anything, just if you know someone on the inside, try to get some sample paints because the sample paint could get the job done just fine. If you decide to paint a mural or something in your room. So for my setup, I did get a nice wooden desk with some black legs. I just spray painted them black. Make it your own color. I did go with a gun stock. It's like nice and orange just because it looks a little groovy. It's funky. This is my keyboard. I got a nice cream color just because cream looked the best to me. No RGB lights, which is kind of a bummer. And I got a glorious Model O mouse with the honeycomb look. I didn't even have a PC. You know, I just wanted all this stuff. But now I do have my cousin's PC. I am borrowing it for the meantime. is dope. My lights were like 200 bucks. I got a pretty dope disco ball on it now. You guys can't see, it's like right there, but I think it looks cool. It looks pretty cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. And if you found this video helpful at all, send me DMs on Instagram if you have any questions. Maybe drop a comment, tell me what you guys think, and bruh, consider subscribing. All right, we're almost at 3,000 subscribers. When I first started the Shed series, it got me to 1,000 subscribers, all right, which has been dope. And Shed Part 1, believe it or not, is almost at 100K. Actually, it is at 100K. And to be honest, that's just insane to me that 100,000 people watched one video. I don't know, I just think it's dope. I think it's crazy. That's hella people. So at the moment, I did buy a mini split for the Shed because it does get hot in the summer, and I really do recommend these, but we haven't put ours in yet, but we did purchase them. I just wanted to toss that in the video. My first Shed video is about to hit 100K, which is so dope to me. I never thought I could do something like that, but hey, look at me now. I did it. I recommend young people, because apartments nowadays are like close to 3,000, especially in downtown, and it's just expensive here in California. But this Shed right here is dope. But hey, if you enjoyed today's video, drop a like, drop a comment, tell me what you guys thought of it. I'll see you guys in the next one though, all right? If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Andrew Cabrera, and I'm probably gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.